Hey guys, it's Ria. Just hopping on. Just experimenting a little bit with my StreamYard here. So I'm just gonna wait and see if anybody hops on. Let's see here. Comments. All right, just waiting to see if anyone is on. Hold on here, guys. Come on, guys. Just experimenting a little bit. Hey, good morning, Pam. Grand Rising, Ria. Thank you, Gabriel. Just hopping on to just see what wants to come through today. What's been coming through to me a lot is about stepping into our power. A lot of back to basic messages, and Spirit's been really bringing forth what story are we telling. And the story that we are telling is always the story that we are living. So I just wanted to see what else Spirit had to say about that. And I thought I would do a collective reading. And if anybody wants any private readings, I could do a quickie for Sherry Outers. But also what I'll do is, how do I post again? Put my my PayPal up there. I haven't been, there we go. I haven't been using StreamYard for a while. I've been just going Facebook Live. But I decided to sign up for the StreamYard and play around with that. Can you guys hear me good? Let me know if you can hear me. Let me know if you can hear that little bit of background music too. I'm like experimenting with the music and stuff that they have on there. For private. Hold on here. All right. Stick that on there. All right. Oh, I guess that's already on there. All right, start comment. Oh, you can hear me. Okay, good, good. Okay, Leona, thank you so much, guys. Keisha, thank you for joining. Thank you, guys. Thank you for joining. Please share out if you don't mind. So like I said today, I'm going to do a collective reading, but what I want to do first, guys, is just, first of all, mute this music. Mute the music. Hold on. Sorry about that. All right. You know, learning new little apps and technology, man, is not my forte, but it's a lot of fun. All right. So we'll take a cross breath in first, guys, just to connect to our higher self, to our heart center, to the portal of all that we are, with no space or time, but to allow the highest frequency information to come through us. You guys are reflecting and creating the message, the guidance that you need through whatever's coming through on Temple of the Sun today, through me, through each other, through your own insight. So when we tune in and tap into our heart space, our higher self, the highest frequency available to us, we're able to actually raise our frequency. And our frequency determines the information that we're able to channel, to receive, to give. So I like to always just bring conscious awareness to the highest frequency available to us, to our higher self, to our heart space, to all the multi-dimensional parts of us that coexist right now. So it's like literally activating our light, activating our remembering, activating and opening up portals of ourself that were hidden, but always still within us, available. You guys are all powerful co-creators. You guys are all God source energy. And what you bring your awareness to, you actually illuminate, you actually activate, you actually create. And that's where our storytelling comes in. Whether we are conscious or unconscious of the stories that we are telling ourselves through our mind, through our thoughts, through our perceptions, that is the life that we are creating. Our physical 3D reality is a living story before us, always showing us, guiding us, reflecting the stories we were telling ourselves. So let's just first, sorry, everything is backwards also when I tune in to this. So this, I love this. This is the sun coming up over the horizon. Let me just go back to comments. Hold on here. How do I get to comments? Chat. All right. Let me just switch this. The grand rising, and this is what we are. We are the grand rising. We are rising and coming into the full conscious awareness of all that we are. They say that we are going through a shift collectively, the great awakening. You can think of it as the great rising, the shift in worlds, the splitting of worlds, the new earth, whatever definition that resonates with you. But it's really about our grand rising. And what is our grand rising? It's coming into a fuller balance of our spiritual and our physical energy. And we are essentially spiritual energy, love, light, love. But we came for the physical experience of it. We wanted to experience our grand rising. We wanted the experience through the physical of stepping into our power, of knowing who we are, by overcoming challenges and struggles and diversity and adversity. We have come to ground the fullness of who we are, spiritual self, into and through our physical being. That is where the power lies, Spirit says. It's not always in the spiritual, in the invisible. However, that is how all physical manifestation arises, is from the spiritual. But it is about empowering ourselves through our physical experience, through conscious awareness of our thoughts, of what we are creating, what we are allowing. So get back to this picture. It is our spiritual energy coming to the physical, through balancing, through clearing, through allowing. We are becoming lighter, light beings. As we release density through dissipating the illusions, through walking through our fears, through working through the physical experiences presented before us, we allow the fear, the darkness to dissipate, and we become lighter, releasing the density of old paradigms, old thought forms, old beliefs, and we become lighter as we allow ourselves that process. So it's not about staying up here in the ethereal or in the etheric spiritual realm of thoughts, of ideas, of theories, but to actually anchor that through our physical experience, through self-empowerment, through releasing victimhood, through releasing the illusions, through transmuting, transcending the darker energies. Just like this picture, boom, this is who you are. And you are illuminating and dissipating the darkness and the illusions that we created in order for the experience of self-empowerment, guys. So we'll take a nice deep breath in, and we're going to breathe into our center. So when we breathe in, we're bringing conscious focus, we're illuminating, we're activating codes, rememberings within us on the inhale, and we're going to feel into that energy. And then on the exhale, it's like releasing that reflection of all that we connected to in our physical reality. So we'll take a nice deep breath in, hold it, feel into your energy, see the light illuminating, the clearing, the balancing, the anchoring of your physical, the activating of DNA, the activating of light codes within you, connecting to all that you are multidimensionally to support you, to aid you in this here and now. And exhale. That always like kind of drops, the monkey mind drops me from the mind into the heart space. And then it becomes a place of more freedom, less limiting, allowing those higher frequencies through feeling, connecting to your personal power, your tuition, your own discernment. All right, let's go to, hold on here. Just want to get to comments. There we go. Finally, I got you guys back. Hey, Emily. Thank you guys for joining. I shared on my messenger. Thank you so much, Emily. Thank you, Tina. Thank you for joining, guys. So I'm going to do a collective. What do we need to know now regarding information that we might not be aware of, guidance that we might not be aware of, the support that we might not be aware of as we are becoming master storytellers. Master storytellers have mastered a certain energy. We have allowed what we are going through in our physical reality to serve us, to aid us, to catalyze, to trigger those things within us that need to be broken up, dispersed, illusions, fears, old paradigms, beliefs, ideas, thought forms. We have allowed the very thing that seemed to be closing us in or encumbering our spiritual power. We've allowed it to actually break us open to connecting to our power, to the light that we are. And you guys are all master light blasters. You guys are all warriors of light, or you went beyond this page. You have consciously chosen, you intend to be all that you're meant to be. You have intended to live, create, shift to the reality that is serving your highest joy and abundance. And you've allowed that through surrendering to your human experience. Being physical is such a gift. It's such a gift. We have chosen, whether you realize it or not, you chose to incarnate, to have this physical focused awareness of now. So in the present is where all our power lies, is what you guys all know. And Spirit has really been talking about getting back to basics, such as knowing you are creating your reality. How do we create our reality? The thoughts that create a perception based on a belief, and that is what's creating that reflection in our reality. So we can take any reflection and through our own free will, bringing it into the moment, everything we need is available now. What is before you now? And what is before you now is you create the story of your perception of what energy you want to infuse into what appears before you now. Your definition, your label, not one created by others or ancestors, but what information, definition do you want to apply through your frequency, through your consciousness, through your awareness to what is happening before you? So, you can take any situation and, you can look at it as the cup half full or overflowing, half empty or half full. And it's through your perception that you infuse the energy of how it is literally going to support you in your storytelling, in your book you're creating, that you're living. So as we release the victimhood of being a victim and everything is happening to us, and instead saying everything is happening for us. All right. Thank you, Krisha. Yeah. And it's through our awareness that we remove, release, and transcend whatever is not serving us, whatever is holding us back, whatever is keeping us stuck. And life is a paradox. It's never this or that, it's this and that. So the very energies that we feel stuck, well, that stuck feeling is actually allowing us to know that we are living, believing, buying into an energy that is no longer serving us to grow, to expand, to ascend, to become the light beings that we are, wherever that went. All right, guys. So I'm just going to pull a collective message. Usually my oracle cards will get into a little more detail of whatever was just channeled through. So this is a time of great empowerment. It is a time of great awakening, but that awakening happens as we empower ourselves. And as we empower ourselves, we're actually balancing those energies and allowing the physical world to aid us. The physical is our anchor of the spiritual thoughts, the heaven, all of those beautiful things that we've been believing, holding on to through pure faith and belief, and not necessarily experiencing yet. The experience is through anchoring through our physical and allowing it, not running from whatever we're going through, but looking at it face on and saying, how is this serving me? What do I have to gain from it? Transcending it, dissipating it, moving through the fog, moving through the confusion. The physical is so powerful. It is so powerful because our physical reality is the story of the spiritual. It is the story that we're creating and have chosen to experience a tiny little piece of our spirituality, a tiny little focal point of something that is eternal on many timelines existing now. All right, guys. So I thought I would just pull a collective message of what we want to be brought into our conscious awareness now. And I really, really love the angels and ancestor cards, because to me, it's like opening up those portals. It's like opening up those portals of things within us that are being activated, but are activated now because we are operating at a higher frequency. So because we are operating at a higher frequency, we literally are opening up portals and information that before we could not accept or allow in our life because our frequency was not matching that. So now we are all really opening up portals and timelines of pieces of ourselves coexisting simultaneously that are aiding us and empowering us through our physical experience now. But in the past, if our frequency didn't resonate with this information, we would have been blinded to it. It's always there, it's always present, but if our frequency doesn't match, we remain blinded to it. Just no different than when we talk about the aliens or alien galactic energy not appearing before us because we can't handle it or resonate with their frequency, that we'd be overcome with fear. Well, it's the fear that we have overcome, darkness and the illusions that we have dissipated, that we have transcended, that we have alchemized, and now we are all operating at a frequency that we're able to open up all of these gifts. It's like when all of a sudden you discover a gift within yourself that you never even studied or knew was there. That is an opening up of a timeline, information, a piece of you that is in you, activating, supporting you on your journey now. So the collective, we're going to pull a collective. Good. Hello, Emily. I just see you there. I think I saw you. So we're going to see what the collective energy is, because we're all part of a tribe. We're all part of a resonant energy. We're all part of being in that warrior energy of love and light and mastery. The mastery is mastering our own energy. And through that, then we illuminate a love and light and a mastery to be reflected in our world. All right. So let's see here. What timeline are we opening up to that is aiding and supporting us that we might not be consciously aware of? All right, let's see here. What do we need to hear now? All right, so as a collective, this is what we are opening up to. This is the energy supporting us collectively, and it is the seer. And it says, see beyond our current situation. And that goes perfectly with what I was talking about, the storytelling. What we see, whether it be in our God's eye, in our mind, in our imagination, in our dreams, or what we're seeing before us, is actually creating our story to be experienced in the physical. And what this card is calling us is to see beyond the current situations. So when you're feeling stuck or you don't like what's appearing in our physical world, it is a challenge to see not what is physical before you, because that is old energy. manifested, but to go beyond what you are seeing and to create your own perception of it, your own definition, to find the light in it. If you're experiencing something that you don't enjoy. So her eyes are covered. She is not seeing the physical in the collective way or in ways that she or he used to see them, but they're going within and they're connecting their higher frequency and seeing with the higher frequency of their inner guide, of their inner sight, through their third eye, through their clairvoyance, through their connection with their higher self, through their connection to their priestess, through their connection within. And they're allowing the highest frequency, their God self, to come forth to infuse it with a new light, new eyes. It's like seeing, like the saying, I see with new eyes. You're seeing your world before you from a new vibration. And sometimes the physical body is stuck and it has those old definitions. It has those old reactions of, oh, that's good or that's bad or, oh, poor them or poor me or that kind of thing. So the human might still slip into that pre-programming. So we're called to just pause for a second, go within, connect to your higher self, your frequency, your God self, multi-dimensional selves, multi aspects of yourselves, to define and infuse your higher frequency of light, because everything is of light, of God, just that there's many, many layers blocking the light sometimes. And it's up to us actually to go within, to extract the light in that situation. And then that situation is dissipated. It is illuminated with the light of your higher self, of your God self, of your frequency. It could be relationships. It can be just collective energy, but most likely it's your personal experience, because that's what you relate to, is your personal experience in this moment of now. What is it that you're being challenged to infuse with this higher frequency of you, to see it from a higher frequency? And in that, you change it, you shift to the reality that matches your frequency. It's also like this crystal ball here. It's almost like you're able to conjure. To me, they're giving me, you're able to conjure the reality, the reflection you want, but by going within and not seeing it verbatim for how it is appearing now. It's really empowering us. It's giving us the power to conjure the image, through going within, to match the higher frequency and vibration that we want. And we have that power, and we're grounding it. Even the dark curtains here, we're opening up the curtains, we're splitting open the veil with this higher perception, with this connecting to our higher self. We're opening up, we're dispersing the veil to give birth. The giving birth is just the story we're telling, through connecting to ourself, connecting to these higher frequencies, to be reflected, to be projected, to be shifted to the reality that it matches. And the red even representing that root chakra, through the splitting of the veils, we're actually creating a new physical manifestation of this frequency. Our frequency is becoming manifest in the physical through us, through our allowance. Seeing beyond the current situations, and that's going to set us free. Also, it sets us free to living the physical, not being stuck, but to literally set us free. These are wings setting us free through our own intuition, through our own imagination, imagining the highest outcome, the most joyous, childlike outcome of whatever it is, changing a situation to match through your imagination, through your connecting to your tuition. We have the power to create our own story again. It's just through going within and seeing something different, shutting your eyes to it, shutting your eyes to, oh, son of a bee, man, I really need a new car. Or, God, I want to go to a different house, or I wish I could move there, but shutting our eyes to what we're living, because that's based on our old frequencies and energy, shutting our eyes and imagining that, oh, yes, this is taking me. This is a stepping stone, because we can't totally ignore it. because it's in our life. But taking whatever you're living that you want to change and allowing it to be that stepping stone to evolve into this world that you want to live or experience or relationship or job or place or vehicle or spiritual practice, state of health, even our health. Oh my God, my foot hurts. Well, my foot hurts because my physical body is allowing me to know I have a condensed energy of something that is not serving me and it's getting my attention. So thank you for this foot pain. Foot also representing walking our walk, walking what we're teaching, maybe having to move to a different path, but we're kind of stuck on the same path. Thank you, foot. What is it you need to tell me? What do I need to release? What do I need to ascend to? What do I need to transmute? Because the physical is a little slower in catching up with our the spiritual energy, our emotional state of being, all of that. So our body will let us know, again, the story that we are telling ourselves and how to help us, guide us, aid us. Everything is helping us, aiding us, guiding us. And sometimes it takes a lot to get our attention. So this is very beautiful. It's very appropriate. All right, guys. I think that's a good just message, collective. Now, let me just see what you guys have said. And if anyone has shared or donated, I will give you a personal, how it applies to you. And it will always piggyback and just get into a little bit deeper of your own personal experience, something that you are calling forth by taking action, by requesting, by sharing, by donating. You're taking physical action. We still got to work through the physical, the physical. It is a gift. It's why we have come. Hey, Conchetta. Julie, all right, guys, your voice keeps changing. How so? How so? You can hear me though, right? Maybe it's just energies. I don't know. Infuse our own energy and definition. I want to put it out there in the light, in my life, is love and happiness. And oh my God, in healing and no more victimization. Yeah, we are stepping out of that big time. We are so done with playing that. And it has served us because actually it's giving us the contrast of our empowerment in the physical. We no longer need to die to have that beautiful life or to bring in, to live the heaven in a physical way. And that is so beautiful. Keisha, I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing your name right, but yeah, that is so beautiful. And you took physical action by commenting that. That is anchoring your intent in the physical. Spirit is saying it's time to take action, physical action. We've done so much work. We've done so much clearing, healing, balancing, healing the wounded child. And we've done all the energetic work. Now it is time to take all of that energetic work and anchor it through our physical, to live it in the physical. We want to live it in the physical. We want it to be tangible. We want to taste it, see it, feel it, all of it. So we have to bring that, all of that energy, spiritual work we have done, energetic, because we're always spiritual and everything is spirit. But we want to bring it in a real physical way. So Keisha, just by you saying that, choosing that, taking action on that is anchoring it to be condensed in your physical. So beautiful. Hey, Deborah, good to see you. Thaddeata. Amazing how messages is coming up in so many ways. And I love Thaddeator. So we are reflecting more immediate exactly what we need through each other because we're just aspects of all of each other. So whatever my life is going through, I'm experiencing, John's experiencing, Julie, Cachetta, Heather, Miranda, everybody's experiencing their own focus of what they came to master, to clear, to infuse the light in, to bear their cross, to infuse the light. Whatever that cross is you bear, it's actually that very thing that's freeing you because it's a weight that is here to aid you in actually liberating yourself and freeing yourself. And because we are and have done so much clearing, the veil is thinned, our energies are reflecting more clearly our frequency. So we are more clearly being mirrors for one another. So John's saying how the messages are coming through, but boom, 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 you'll see it through each other immediately. Someone will be sharing something, and it's like, oh my God, it's as if they were me, because we are reflecting in our mirror, the 3D, a more clear reflection of us, and we are getting it quicker because we're open and we're literally becoming lighter. So that light travels quicker than the dense physical body energy. The light travels quicker. So because we are becoming lighter through our clearing, through our balancing, through our accepting and loving all parts of us, compassion and love for ourselves, that is being reflected in our outside reflection instantaneously. The density is releasing, so the light is reflecting quicker. We are light. We're reflecting that in our physical reality quicker. And we're being called to anchor that light through taking action still, because we're still physical. As long as we're living on earth, we're physical, but we're lighter. We're lighter. October 9th, full moon. Awesome. I didn't know what the exact date was. So you could go through your tools of using ceremonies and rituals and clearing and healing and allowing the astrology to reflect our changes. Astrology, the cosmos, everything that we see outside of us is reflecting our journey. It's working in symbiosis with us as we allow it to. Spirit is showing me so many truths. And guess what? Every truth is truth as long as you believe it. It's part of your storytelling. It's part of you as the author, as the storyteller. Whatever it is you're believing in, boom, boom, boom. That is your book. And as we allow ourselves to allow the heavier energies, the stuckness, whatever it is we're going through, that we're trying to wiggle out like that butterfly coming out of the cocoon, spread our wings open, then that truth will evolve, because love and light, God, source, energy is eternal. It's never ending. It's created all. So we're always expanding upon our truths. We're always taking another lick from the Tootsie Pop to get to the center of the Tootsie Pop. But that center, I mean, it's eternal. But we're always licking off the layers to get to a deeper truth. And the deeper truth will illuminate light, because truth is light, it's love, it's liberating, it's freeing on another aspect of ourselves that we are releasing, transmuting, alchemizing, transcending, whatever applies to your situation. So the deeper we go, actually, the lighter we become, but that light also allows us to face, transcend things that were sneaky within us that we weren't even conscious of. So the lighter we become, we actually present more to illuminate. But that frees us. It's always this and that. It's always working together. All right. All right, guys. Sing it, sister. Gladiator, we got to go live at some point. I know I keep saying that. That would be fun. It would be ultra powerful. Hey, Tamara. Good morning, guys. Good morning. And I am so appreciative of you being here, because you guys are the ones actually creating this message, creating what is coming through, because we're reflecting, again, mirrors in our energy that we need on our journey of the creation of our book. And the cool part is we can take a page we wrote and we can tear it out of the book, crumble it up and burn it before the full moon and begin anew. Every moment is anew, because we have the power to choose our thoughts, to choose our definitions, to choose what light we're going to extract, to infuse and extract simultaneously in every given moment of now. You guys are masters, powerful master light blasters. You are blasting the truth wide open. Like Deborah says, she's getting so many layers of truth, because she has done her clearing. She's done her healing. She's done allowing and processing, and not hid in a corner from her life. She has faced it head on. This is a message for you, Spirit, that Deborah's saying. You are a warrior, a woman light warrior, who has blasted every corner, nook, and cranny. And as she removes the darkness, the fears, the illusions, the outdated beliefs and thoughts, what does she find? Light, 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 more light, which is just a higher frequency of truth. And then she's reflecting that in her world. How beautiful, Deborah. All right. Another thing I like about StreamYard is the way we can just hit the names. It's so fun. All right, guys. So if you want a quickie, let me know if you shared out. And if you made a donation, let me know. Jacqueline, good morning, Ria. Sent a payment. Jacqueline, my pleasure. These messages are becoming more and more powerful, simple and clear, but powerful because we are at our frequency of a greater self-empowerment, illumination of our light. We're more empowered. So the messages are more powerful, but they're boom, they're boom. They're not like all contaminated per se. They're just clear and to the point, and it's like a blast of light. All right, Jacqueline. Any specific question or general? Thank you, Miranda, for sharing out. Where are my readers? Just so I can see. Let's put up Jacqueline here. And like I always say, thank you so much, Jacqueline. Thank you all for who request a message and request and comment, because you're literally holding space for others to piggyback, to also extract some information, because Jacqueline is holding, like I said, a piece of the light. We're all holding a piece of the light for one another. And as she transmutes and becomes all of this in her own individual, through her individual experience. Oops, sorry. We are all doing that for each other. So she's holding space in her mastery for us to gain, because we're all connected through pure love and light. The sun doesn't just shine. The rays don't shine through just one path. They shine on all of us. So we all have something to gain. So thank you, Jacqueline, for being a space holder and also taking physical action, because you are worthy, you are empowered. You know you're reflecting the message by taking physical action, by requesting a reading. So thank you. All right. So I will first clear the energy. Where are my bells gone? And I'd like to see what I pick up too with just the tone. All right, guys, let me get to the bottom here. See if she's asked for anything specific. It's the time for the child to come out and play. The child is deciding what story they want to tell. A child is innocent. A child is pure. They are not bounded by the worldly beliefs yet, or what they learn throughout timeline, ages. They create and imagine in purity and freedom. And that is what is happening to all of us. That child is parting the curtains. And we connect to that child by going within. We are eternal children of the light that have come to shine, that have come out to play. It's time for the children to come out to play, Spirit is saying. All right, Jacqueline. Let that siren go by. So through allowing our child to come out and play, being more playful, more innocent, more lighthearted, not serious, knowing all is working for us, we are the help. We are the help for the collective, like the ambulance going by, help, going to someone's aid, through connecting to our child. That is our aid, personally and collectively. That is the help. The light is our help. The light is our natural calibration, our compass, our healing. We're already healed. It's just balancing, rebalancing. We're at a rebalancing, a reawakening to our natural state of being. All right, Jacqueline. Jacqueline Sadka. All right, Jacqueline. So they're giving me the image of you, that first ring, maybe a little, you've gone through a little confusion, a little mix up of energy, just like looking like, they show me you like looking around, okay, where is it? Where'd it go? Like being bombarded with a lot of different tasks or energies, like, what do I do now? Or where'd it go? Like maybe even losing objects, I can't find it. They're just showing me you kind of buzzing around, a little bit of confusion, maybe being drawn to energies you weren't expecting, having to take care of things you weren't expecting, maybe deviating from your path a little bit of what you thought. But they show me you doing this, and it's all in the light. It's all in the light. There's this beautiful, brilliant sunlight all around you as you are seemingly confused, yet you're totally working in the light. And that's a lot of what a lot of us have gone through. Our physical self is trying to catch up because it's still got those little bit of programs running subconsciously. It's still kind of tied into the have tos, the obligations, the way things were, the way things worked in the past. And what's happening, Jacqueline, is you're actually breaking free of that. So whatever you are going through the motions of, it's actually bringing you to this greater light and freedom, but you are actually there to infuse the light and change the old ways of doing things, thinking, the have tos. It's all frequency now. You're realizing everything is frequency. The way to get things done is connecting to your present moment, your frequency, because we are reflecting our frequency quicker and quicker and quicker. So whenever you are feeling maybe say confused or pulled in all these different directions, losing things, maybe even forgetting things, so you feel like you're losing your mind, because you are losing your mind, and you are becoming more connected with allowing your tuition, your light, your frequency to guide you. But the human part was so embedded in doing things a certain way. You're releasing that. You're releasing the mind in the way that it was tying you up, limiting you, but you're connecting to that higher mind, understanding things are frequency, and the job gets done in a frequency because you're shifting to the frequency that's reflecting, you're shifting to the reality that's reflecting that frequency. So you actually would be holding yourself back by trying to get things done the way they were done. I don't know if any of this is making sense, but that's just what I'm picking up intuitively first. So what they're saying is you have everything you need in every moment. Bring it to the now. Bring it to the now. What is before you now? That's all that you are called to act on. Don't worry about, I got to get this done for the end of the week. It will take care of itself as you are called. Bring it to the moment. Take that breath in. Just putting your hand on your heart will ground you to the present moment. And just what is before you, tackling what is before you, or working through the energies before you from your higher frequency of seeing, hearing, believing, will infuse that quote unquote future, because you're creating the future through your frequency now. And if you're out going crazy and having to do all this stuff, you're just creating more of that to be projected in the future because you're holding yourself at a certain frequency. They're saying, free up your frequency. What is available for you now? It doesn't have to make sense, because nothing is making sense to us that made sense to us a year, 5, 10, and especially like 20 years ago. Things don't even operate that way anymore. You're operating in your light and in your frequency. That is a strong message for you, because I just showed me you all like this and oh my God, and what I do with it. But they show me this beautiful light around you. So tune into your frequency. Allow the frequency and the energy to do the work for you. That does not mean that we're not supposed to, like they said earlier, anchor through the physical, take action on our spiritual, but in the now. That way you concentrate your energy. You empower yourself the most by what is before you now, just now. All right. Let's see what else there is. All right. That's just what came through with the bell, Jacqueline. I am going to see what energy is supporting you now in this light. What energy, what timeline is supporting you, and are you activating and opening up, and it's assisting and helping you now through whatever it is that you're being called to. We're coming out of a time of suffering. We don't need to suffer anymore, because when you see things from a higher perception, a higher truth, that alleviates the suffering. Doesn't mean that you aren't called or challenged on the physical, but you can release the suffering when you can infuse your higher frequency perception to a situation. And then that's what you create in your story. So in the past, maybe someone got an illness or a disease and they were as good as, dead. But now, and dead, even though there is no death, but from that limited human perception, now we can see something as a blessing. And then that's the story for the next page, next chapter, the next paragraph that you're creating. I don't know. This fell out as I'm going to trust. This is the card. It just kind of flopped out. And the energy supporting you is, goodness, Sky Father. This is beautiful. And it's actually, the message is trust the unknown. We are all stepping into uncharted territory, unknown. And that's beautiful because it's in the unknown that we are creating something that has never been experienced before on this timeline. This is how we are creating. It's by allowing the unknown, by allowing the confusion and just allowing it to dissipate, allow it to go through us, say, hey, this is just my own human self, my limited human perception getting all confused because it's like being flooded with these high frequencies of me and it doesn't know how the hell to respond. And what's being called is anchor, ground into your energy, put your hand over your heart and know and trust, hey, you know what's happening here? I am creating a new reality reflecting this higher frequency. Sky Father, the sky is the limit, Jacqueline. It is only as limited as you allow. So it's about releasing and choosing those higher perceptions, the ego, choosing the higher perception. And things are breaking. It's like lightning. Things are being, they're saying electrocuted, like a lightning striking, breaking it up. You know, when a lightning bolt might hit a tree or house and it seems to break, but then it burns. You are literally breaking up the dense reality you once experienced with this high frequency, higher perception. And it's like, it's not afraid. Look at that eagle. It's got its mouth open, its talons open. You ain't afraid to tackle it. You're not afraid to infuse your light. You're empowered. You're trusting in it. And you're saying, it's almost like they're saying, bullshit on this. This is bullshit. I'm not taking this anymore. And you are allowing your take to infuse the circumstance, situation, relationship, struggle, challenge. You are breaking that energy up and you're infusing it with this higher awareness. You're being called to be the father of your own creation. You hold the father energy. The father energy is eternal. The sky is the limit. Trust in that. You'll be shown what you need to be shown in every moment when you need it. The true definition of abundance, Bashar always says, and I totally agree, because we only have the moment. True abundance is having what you need to do what you need to do in every moment, not a second later. So trusting in the process, trusting you are the Father Creator. You are one with the Father Creator. Things in the physical are being broken up, but they're being broken up to be shifted to a reality that is resonating, mirroring your new frequency, the story you are telling, your new story. Trust in the unknown, and the unknown is where all this newness is taking place. Okay, so I'm going to pull a purpose card, a life purpose. I love these two because they are very beneficial in allowing us to know the energy that our purpose, just to give us clarification, or the human loves knowledge. It loves a little more insight. I love the higher mind. I love to understand things from those higher frequencies. So this is going to say, what energy are you, what's being called of you, your purpose in whatever it is you're going through in this present moment of now. So it's the vehicle, like an artist. You might not be a physical artist per se, but you're working with that artistry energy, unique individual frequency imprint, or calling to be creative in whatever your situation is right now. So let's just see. Yes, put a date down, Thadiator. Just not Friday morning. Mythos has to have two baby teeth taken out tomorrow that I got to go to. But yeah, anyways, we'll work with it. All right. So Jacqueline, what is her life purpose in this moment of now? Because that's all you have. What is what needs to be brought to her conscious awareness to just help, aid, confirm, affirm. Also, Spirit is saying to call upon the pieces of you, angels, guardians, spirit guides, animals. We always have the support of the spirit world that we might not be necessarily seeing or experiencing in the physical. It's always there. It's always there to support us. So they're also saying to ask for that help, ask for the support, ask for the signs, put that out there to aid you, guide you. Because really, it's just a part of a bigger piece of yourself supporting you, helping you through the angels, through the guides, through loved ones. All right, what we got for you? You must be going through a questioning time right now, Jacqueline, because right here, your life purpose is you're on the right path. Totally goes along with everything that's been going on in your reading. You are on the right path. And the purple's really standing out. So you might be forgetting things too. You might be a little lightheaded. You might be a little confused just because you're getting a lot of activation in your seventh chakra, in the spiritual chakra, in that spiritual energy. It's literally wanting to come forth through you and manifest in the physical. And I can feel this opening right now, even as I tap, like just touching your head, touch your head and just tap it, little circles. You are activating codes. They're releasing. It's like you've got this activity here, and it's that spiritual energy coming through your physical, but it wants to be expressed in a way that's never been expressed before, and that can be the confusing part to the human. And what does it say for you, Jacqueline? Keep doing what you're doing because it's working. So trusting what is being called of you in the moment, using your free will to bring forth a greater trust, and fusing it with your frequency of light and love, trusting in it. So whatever you're going through as well might be confusing. Like we said, the unknown, you don't know what's happening or if you should be doing it. Big message on trust. You're on the right path. You are illuminating. You are creating from your highest frequency. You are creating your story. So what they're showing me right now, Jacqueline, is you had a story planned from a certain frequency. So you had a certain frequency you're operating. You projected that into future chapters of your book, meaning your human linear timeline. And what they're showing me is through your free will to grow, to be consciousness, to be all that you're meant to be, to create this heaven on earth. You literally have, they're showing me a bunch of blank pages. Everything's been wiped clean. You're creating now in this moment, not from a frequency before. So your timeline has changed. Your contract has even changed for the future projections of your story, because you have changed, you have allowed, you have followed your own inner guidance. The future chapters are a blank page, they're saying. You're creating anew. Trust in it, and you're exactly where you need to be. It's working. And isn't that beautiful? We could have written a million books, and we could have been like even a scientist writing books, but then all of a sudden we have a new theory, we've allowed a new truth, and we can create new books and new writings from that point. Doesn't mean any of the other stuff wasn't true, but now it's not matching the leaps and bounds that you and all of us have made. That is such good news, Jacqueline. Beautiful. All right. One last one for you, Jacqueline. I am going, no, you know what? Yeah, no, wait, let me see. They're saying to deliver this message to you. And this is the mystical oracle. And it's mystical, it's the unknown. It goes along with what maybe you're experiencing. You have a shaman within you. You've got these other gifts from other timelines that are opening up through you, working through you. And it might not make total sense, but you're on the right path. And what it's saying here for you, Jacqueline, is the holy mountain. The holy mountain. This is the image that they had you in at the beginning with the bells, all of this beautiful light. So whatever mountain you feel that you've been climbing, whatever challenges, oh my God, you have done awesome, awesome, awesome. No one could have done it like you. They're saying, Jacqueline, you're exactly where you need to be. There are no mistakes. You did it exactly, executed everything perfectly. You are on a holy mountain, meaning that your path, your purpose was operating at the highest frequency available that you were able to utilize to get you to this top, to get you to this pinnacle, so that you can see too anything built in the mountains and the valleys, you're able to see it from this higher perception as well of the eagle. You have been very strong, they're saying. You've been very courageous, anchoring in your power. You are the mountain, and the mountain is you. You are creating the past, the trees, the rocks, the rivers that are before you. Everything, every situation, everything in your life that seemed to take on the energy of a river, a rock, a mountain, a tree, it has all been there to serve you, created by you, for you. So you are really stepping into this beautiful alignment to your highest frequency. The wake up has already happened. It's like you've already gone through the wake up call. The wake up call has already happened. You had a wake up call. You chose to step through it. And it takes a warrior. It takes a warrior of light to step into the unknown. So this is you. Holy mountain. Very beautiful. That's a 7. 25 equals a 7. 7 equals connecting, expressing, and being the channel for your own divine frequency imprint, that which you have come to experience through the human, your soul's purpose fulfilled. All right, Jacqueline. Thank you so much, Jacqueline. Hopefully that made sense. Hopefully you heard that. General is perfect. Let's see if we got anything else here. Slow it down and put yourself in a state, grace state. Yes. Who is the other person on here? They are helping with reading. Not sure what person. It's just me and all of you guys. We're always imparting like sparks for one another. So if there's somebody else in the comments, I always welcome that, because we're all sparks of light and we're able to share some information that only we can, because whatever or whoever you are is made up of your soul's experiences on timelines individual to you that you've gained from. You're like, we all hold that piece of puzzle, that spark or ray of light that nobody else can like you, because no one's experienced your individual eternity like you. So I always welcome everybody sharing in their light, sparking the light. Wow, yeah, so much going on. Losing things, scattered, confusion. Yeah, but you're right where you're supposed to be, raising above the chaos with the light and mindset. Yes, I had near-death experience, which has been an incredible, beautiful blessing. I have no fear. Oh my God. So that is like, goes perfectly with this. That's what it looked like, a severe, serious situation there. I have no fear. Oh my God. So I guess it sounds like a lot of it was affirmation for you, Jacqueline, and you've just got to keep, you're not going to be given what, so if you're looking for a future projection, you're the one creating it now. As we are self-empowered, people are not able, psychics, card readers, we're not able to give you exactly a future prediction, just the energy you're working in, because everybody is so self-empowered and anchored in themselves. They're changing it, creating it every second. Just like I said, any chapters that you previously wrote, boom, wipe clean. That makes sense with your near-death experience too. I've got all the tingles in that. Oh my God, this is so beautiful, Jacqueline. I did not know this. So you chose to continue. You had the option to choose to continue or not. You chose to continue your book, but everything was wiped clean from the pre-you. It's almost like you split into two. There was the you before the near death, and now the you after the near death that you're conscious of. And yeah, you decided, hey man, I want to stay. I'm going to go and I'm going to do this big time and write a story that I want to live. You are given that. Oh my God. You chose that. Great strength, great courage. Oh my God. Yeah. And I just beautiful. So, to get to my point there. So I'm not able and people in general aren't able to predict the future because the energy is not dense like it used to be. It's not as slow moving. It's more instantaneous. Every moment is a moment afresh, anew. Through your own free will, you got the opportunity to create. So it's carte blanche for you, Jacqueline. Beautiful. This confirmation is everything. Oh, good. Because I always feel a little bit bad. Like they'll say, oh, like spot on. That's exactly what I need to hear. And I always like wish I could give them something more like, oh yeah, you're going to next month, you're going to be given this job opportunity and you're going to be a speaker and you're going to go before, like that kind of stuff. But because we are so self-empowered now, it really literally is up to us, our free will. Again, our free will. Oh my God. So I'm going to share this too. Our free will is, what's the word? Our free will is manifested through the physical. You know that prayer, or as it is in heaven, or thy will be done in heaven, on earth as it is in heaven. Well, guess what? The will is our spiritual calling, our higher soul calling. We have a will and spirit, but thy will be done is through the physical, on earth as it is in heaven. Earth representing that physical realm, the solid. We have a spiritual will, but it ain't going to be like this. It's not going to be like magic in the way that we wish, like, oh my God, I wake up and I'm living in a mansion, because we came for the physical. Thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven, because it's through our physical allowance, not necessarily working hard and all of that in the way that we were taught, working your fingers to the bone, being stuck in a rut, not necessarily like that, but working through the physical from that higher frequency. Work will be more joyous. Yeah, we still got to overcome and face some things in ourselves, because those things that we're facing are the very things that are preventing us from living thy will on earth as it is in heaven. So those fears and limitations are a lower frequency. So we had to work through them, go through them, realize that they were false evidence appearing real. And as we have done that, our frequency rises, we become more light and a higher frequency to match the will of our spirit manifests in the physical. Everything is through our physical collaborating and merging with the spiritual free will, but it is through the physical. Thy will be done through our physical taking action and allowing. It's been heaven on earth now. And I agree. Oh my God, I feel that more than I've ever felt it. I am brought to tears of the beauty I see. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm living it now. And that's the thing about us. We all have it available to us now if we release the things preventing us from seeing it now. It goes right back to that first card. Don't seeing it from your God eyes, not seeing it for how it used to be, not seeing it from what the human mind is used to seeing, but covering it, tuning into the heaven within you, for you can see it in the physical, for you can see it in your world. Oh my gosh, so beautiful and so powerful. All right, Conchetta, let's see what one of these is for you. Thank you for sharing out. Thank you for your donation, Jacqueline. I so appreciate it. And thank you guys all for sharing out. And thank you for bringing your presence here, because when you're bringing your presence here, you're literally shining a spark of light to come through in the messages. All right, guys. Conchetta. This one just fell right out. So the physical world is, for you also, Conchetta, as well as all of us, is going to be unraveling, unfolding with greater ease, they're saying. It doesn't mean you don't do anything in the physical or take physical action, but it's going to roll out and unravel with a greater ease before you. Because the way this card came out, it just slow-mo almost. Even though the higher frequencies are fast and they're reflecting quicker, it's a paradox. The physical is going to produce or experience these realities in the physical with greater ease. So who are we on here? Conchetta. All right. So Conchetta, mountains. That's funny. Another mountain theme. So you have the mountains. Stand your ground. to me, this is also portraying as in heaven, as on earth, as it is in heaven. Thy will be done, that whole thing that I was just talking about, as it is in heaven, that will, on earth as it is in heaven. Okay. So to me, this is just showing you grounding that spiritual energy to be reflected in the physical. You've had your own mountains to climb, to transcend. They're just showing, but they're showing me you almost like just going out quickly, like Spider-Man with cleats, you know, like a mountain climber, but with the little spikes. They're showing me you like Spider-Man, just getting up there, up there, up there. So you might feel rushed. You might want everything now. Like I have always, like, my prayer would be like, typically, I just want to be everything I was meant to be, but we already are. We just need to allow it through letting go of the limitations in the human mind of the past densities that we've been living in order to live it, to allow it to come forth, they're saying. So I'm feeling your energy too, like very like, just, I want it all now. Damn it, I'll get through this. Like almost showing me you are willing to do the work. You're willing to go through the steps, but it's like, now what? Where is it? I've been working. I did all this work. Like you want it now. So it's just showing you to now, how did it say it? Stand your ground. So just standing in that frequency, standing in that energy. It's almost like you've done so much work. You couldn't have done any more. It's not a matter of doing the work now, climbing the mountain. It's like just holding in your space, grounding into your space. And what does that mean? Standing your ground means literally being aware of the moment before you, for that is the moment you created to aid you, to support you, to help you, to live. Whatever moment before you is, you chose it to live. Grounding it, anchoring your spiritual energy in the moment of now. So all of the work you've done, all the energy you hold within you now on all timelines eternally, but it just means anchoring it and allowing yourself to use all of that spiritual knowing, wisdom, strength, courage, to just hold it present in the now. Believing what you believe now, not getting scattered, not worrying about, okay, I got to do this next, not worrying about the next mountain, not worrying about the next obstacle, not worrying about tomorrow. Remember, you are given everything you need in every moment, not a second too late, not a second before. So just bring your hand to your heart, and standing your ground means standing in your energy, I feel. Connecting to your divine frequency imprint so that it may be projected, reflected, manifested in your outside world. Just like this. Grounding it. So to me, the iciness might, or the higher up this color looks a little loftier. This here looks a little more grounded. Also, I'm feeling sacral energy in you. Your own personal power and creative energy. So grounding also and anchoring and standing your ground in whatever your creative expression is, even if it doesn't make sense to the old ways. You've got some artist creative energy that wants to come through you in whatever way, shape, or form that is for you. Whatever brings you joy, whatever brings you peace, whatever brings you happiness and fulfillment, to express your energy creatively that is individual to you, I believe you're also being called to. Standing in your expression and believing in it, believing in yourself. Because if you don't believe in yourself, we can't believe in anything outside of ourselves, because all true power is within. No one has lived your experience. No one knows your soul. No one knows your higher self contract and what you came. So this is also saying standing in your ground, even in opposition of what other people might be guiding and saying or telling you to do, or in a good way, wanting you to. But people can only guide you in the way based on their experiences and their own divine frequency imprint. So we're all reflecting pieces of that. So it's also saying standing your ground, believing and trusting in the most important person in your world, which is you. It is you, Conchetta. Love mountains. So yeah, maybe even go out and connect to the mountains, hiking. Mother Earth is always reflecting an aspect of ourself. All of it. The birds, the animals, the dirt, the soil, the trees. It is like a physical activation for us, activating, releasing codes within us, rememberings of ourselves. Nothing unlike the sun being that physical marker of the light and love that we are. It's not that that we are necessarily the sun, but that sun is that physical remembering, that physical activator for us, activating codes, light, just more meaning have my cards read. Cindy, thank you for joining. Kacheta, yeah, definitely resonates. Oh, good, good. Okay, is that the same person? Hold on here. I've had a hard time with my readings. This is new to me. I'm gifted myself. Oh, I was told last night I needed to see a therapist and be medicated by a psychic. I love it. So, all right. So, Cindy, if you haven't shared out, I appreciate you sharing out. Or if you feel called to make a donation, do. But I will end it with you, Cindy, and just see what comes through for you. So I'm asking just for your higher self to come forth through me so that you are given precisely, unfiltered, and by my own thinking. Just have your higher self come forth, and what do you need to know now? So let's see, Cindy. I don't know you. I've never read for you before, I don't think. So yeah, it's not anymore. It's no, psychics are not saying, okay, they're not giving you any concrete. If they're doing that, then they're taking away your power, because then that puts something in your mind. So the power is within you, Cindy. It is within you and your connection to self. You know best for what is for Cindy. But when you ask for guidance, yeah, you will be reflected messages and energies that are going to resonate. And how do you know if it's true? It feels peaceful. It strikes a chord of excitement, liberation, freedom. It doesn't feel heavy. It doesn't feel judgmental. It doesn't feel condemning. It feels freeing. So I'm just asking, what does Cindy need to know now for her greatest good, her greatest medication? I'm just feeling a mix up of energy for you too. The first ring too is a little mumbly jumbly. That also is showing maybe a little confusion, not knowing which way to go, how to apply your gifts. We are all gifted. But what we really need to do is connect to ourselves to find the gift. And we will always reflect through our interconnection. We'll reflect those people, places, things, energies, information, spiritual tools we need to help us to activate. It's not that the thing is activating or doing the work for us. It's more of a remembering, almost like we place on our journey little points that are going to help to awaken us. If we're not awakened yet, little things that we need. People could be a person, and the relationship could feel the shittiest of the shit, but that person was there to awaken us, maybe to help us realize the self-love we're not given to ourselves, help us. And I'm feeling heart for you. Maybe it's relationship or self with self. Huge heart opening and balancing and healing for you going on, Cindy. And it could be to do a relationship, really hard relationships that you don't understand, because a lot of us with really shitty ass relationships or have experienced narcissists or other people in our life through work or friends or family or strangers on a street, we might be reflecting like the very opposite of what we think we are, like thinking, geez, all I want is a good, loving relationship. I just want it to be equal. I just want it to be nice. And I'm feeling that in my heart, even as I speak that, Cindy. So that might hit a chord with you. But we reflect those people and experience to actually realize, you know what? No one is responsible for my happiness but me. No one. We're all human. We're all having our own individual struggles, our own individual shit we're dealing with. So we can never find or place or expect someone to make us happy. And not just a someone, but any kind of situation. The outside will reflect the frequency we need in order to find our own self-empowerment, to get rid of victim, to realize, oh my God, all I need is myself. And then you know what? Once you're good and forgiven self and know that you are pure God source energy and beautiful and you are everything that you are meant to be, then you can reflect those energies, like I was saying, that mirror in our world. So I'm feeling maybe there could have been a relationship thing for you, but let's see. They're having me pull a Mother Earth heart card. I'm feeling energy in my heart. So I'm just going to see what this has to say. Shoo. All right. So yeah, they're saying you're a beautiful soul. You deserve all the love that you know that you're deserving of. But there could be something that you're holding yourself or not forgiving yourself for, something, some guilt, or thinking you should have did something different. Now I'm feeling a little lightheaded. So maybe overwhelmed with mental monkeys, mind, questioning, not trusting yourself. Why did I know this was going to come out? All right, so this card, those that are really spiritual light warriors, master light blasters, get this card a lot, because to get to your gift, to release the gift that you already hold, the light, the love that you already are, requires self-love, self-respect, healthy boundaries. And our frequency when we're shining in our light is our protection. But sometimes we don't understand some unconscious things happening behind the scenes that might be reflecting something that seems other than light, because it's just reflecting a little dark spot in ourself that will not get our attention unless on the physical realm it gets hold of us, causes us a distress, causes us some sort of pain, causes us some anxiety, because those are actually gifts telling us, hey, you're holding on to some limited thought form, some denser energy, a belief, a paradigm. Self-hatred, they're saying, is the worst. And I'm feeling that in my heart. Maybe you have hated yourself in some way, shape, or form in the past. We all have. Those that have that lightest, brightest gifts, light to share, to emanate, really have experienced, now I want to cry, self-hatred, not thinking you're good enough, comparing, thinking you always aren't measuring up, or you got to do this to measure up, you got to do that to measure up. They're saying, let that shit go. It's a lie. It's an illusion. It's preventing you from actually shining your light and sharing and expressing your gift. And your gift is going to make you happy. It's not a gift you got to give to earn points, to have a happy life. It is a gift that is just innately you to shine and joy. And yeah, sure, it could benefit others, but it automatically will, because then you're going to shift to the reality where you are embodying your gift. So for me, it's about releasing some sort of self-hatred. This is all of these. First of all, let me just let you know, these are all Mother Earth heart cards, images of hearts that I've taken when I'm out communing with Mother Earth, nature, on my runs usually. And this is a little dried up piece of dirt in the shape of a heart. You can see the treads run over it. So this is, to me, maybe for you, you have taken a lot of shit from other people. But the only way we take shit from other people, the only way that we feel shit on, overused, overextended, overworked, is because we have allowed it. We have allowed it. We have allowed others to do that to us. We've allowed our jobs, employers, family, children, all of ourself to do it to us, because there was something within us that is telling a lie of unworthiness. So this can even be not, this means it's dried up and run over because you haven't been giving the love to yourself. It could tell you literally, like if you drop this in a bucket of water, it'll plump up to be a nice heart. So it might literally be saying, hey, you need to replenish yourself with healthy foods and lots of water. But that is just the physical manifestation of a energetic lack, an energetic starvation. So they really want you to put yourself first. Do that which makes you feel good, happy, peace, fulfilled. They want you to self-indulge. This is something that we aren't normally taught. Not self-indulge in an unhealthy way, but indulging where you're given to yourself, you're given to your spirit, you're fulfilling your physical body and your spiritual. Acceptance of self is the message. So what it says is, when we label and judge others for how they are living and simply being, we are masking judgment against ourselves. They are manifestations of the limitations we place to live freely. They're manifestations of limitations we place to live freely from the heart. So like that relationship, that job, that person that irks you, that person you think that is out to get you, that backstabber, that liar, that cheater, whatever. They're just the physical manifestation of an energy that we've been holding in ourselves that we're not realizing, but it has to be brought into our conscious awareness to make us face it. And for you, it could be thinking you're not worthy, a childhood trauma where you're holding on to something thinking you need to prove yourself. You have nothing to prove. You're perfect. The judgments are reflections of self-denial. They need to be integrated into the light in order to live in true freedom. And a lot of times we're taught that it's bad to self-indulge. It's bad to give to yourself first. It's bad to pamper. It's bad to self-love. I remember growing up, and I was Catholic, and my mom saying, it's not good to be vain, meaning in a way that you couldn't even appreciate who you were or how you look. Like if I looked in the mirror, it's not good to be vain. Like she would take it to the other end of the spectrum, where then I was taught that I can't be self-appreciative. So you're to be appreciated yourself. Find out the little things in you that make you special. I know this is a long, long reading, but I think a lot of us need to probably hear this. So yeah, you do have a gift. You have a beautiful gift, and it's going to express and come out when you've given to yourself. Don't be a doormat to others. And again, we've all been doormats to others in order to get us to realize, hey, this is me. I'm special. I'm illuminating, shining light. And you're here to shine. You don't need to do anything to be worthy. You're a pure God source energy. So hopefully some of that made sense. I'm just going to be quiet now. That was exhausting. Maybe you're feeling exhausting. Maybe you want, and a lot of us want to know what our gift is because we want that thing that makes us worthy. We want that special gift to feel worthy, to feel special. But we don't need the gift to feel worthy. That doesn't come first. The self-worth comes first, and the gift then flows out of us. That was for you, Cindy. Sorry, not Emily, Cindy. Maybe that related to an Emily out there. All right. Very beautiful, guys. Very, very beautiful. Thank you, Veronica, for joining. All right, guys. I think the physical experience, you know how they always say we're here to remember who we are, then why the hell did we come here to remember who we are when we already knew who we were? Because we came in the physical to have the physical experience of self-empowerment, of freedom, of liberation, of heaven on earth, of our God self in the physical. And we don't know that if we're holding on to energies that are not matching that beauty and that frequency. They're there. No one can give them to us. They can help activate, help us to remember, help to reflect a piece of ourselves, but it's all in here. All right, guys. Hey, Lynn, thank you for joining. All right, guys, so that's it for today. If anyone made a donation and I did not read for them, let me know right now. I did pin it, star it earlier. Thank you, Conchetta. Yeah, really powerful messages, really, really just releasing that victim. And I know we hear that all the time, but how we actually do that. The story, we're living the story we tell. We're literally living the story we tell to ourselves. What deck am I using? I'm not sure what deck now because I've been on so many, but the life purpose ones, I was using the Mother Earth Heart card deck, which you can see on my Temple of the Sun. These are all images of Mother Earth with messages from Spirit, Mother Earth Heart cards. So these are my deck that I created with Spirit, the Divine Feminine. You can only get those on my site through Make Playing Cards. The other one was, I love this deck because it's very rich in opening up the portals and the support our ancestors, was this one. These are awesome. To me, I love using these, showing us those archetype energies, those energies that are available, those gifts that we hold from other timelines that we might not be aware of. I love those. I love that. I was always obsessed growing up with, I thought, oh, how cool to really get in a time machine. But time, linear time, it's really not even real. It's our frequency. And it's all frequency. Everything exists now, just depends what our frequency is. And we're opening up to these timelines. We're literally time traveling as we open up portals to other aspects of ourselves through our ascension. All right, guys. All right. All right, one last one, Tina. I'm going to do one last one. I see Tina. What are you supposed to be focusing on right now? What's your life purpose right now? Your life purpose is not in the future. It's not in the past because everything exists now. But how do we access it? How do we know our gifts? How do we release our gifts? How do we balance and heal our energies? It's through the now. The now is the most powerful, potent point. But it's all there is. Put your hand on your heart, breathe in, and whatever is before you now is exactly the reflection, the mirror, the information, the guide that you need. All right, builder. Tina, you got builder? Life purpose? Your innate ability to build and create brings you a deep sense of accomplishment. So maybe you're working on something. Maybe you like to take, build, like not necessarily construction building, but sort of taking ideas, taking information, taking wisdom that you've learned and building upon concepts and theories, maybe building in art as far as art goes, maybe taking one idea or somebody's art form and taking it, owning it for your own and expanding upon it, I'm feeling. So you might take base ideas, theories, knowledge, artwork, even if you're in business ways, but what you do is you build upon it with your own creative energy, with your own creative input, if that makes sense. So energies that have been created in the past are everything that are in books, knowledge, teaching, school, all of that kind of stuff. It's all based on old energy. So what you're called to do, and you're here and now, Tina, is take the base of those energies, those truths, that layer, but build upon it. And how do you build upon it? By infusing that knowledge and wisdom with your light and your information to create from it. So we're always helping each other. All of that old energy can be expanded upon through creating our story, creating our own definition, label, infusing it with our own perception. Our own perception is unique to us because we have soul experiences on many different timelines based in our individual experiences. So our perception and the way that we see something also cannot be seen exactly the same as it is through your eyes. Your eyes, Tina, your eyes, Veronica, Kimmy, Conchetta, mine. You have your own tweak. And then what do? We share it, and then we continue to expand beyond it. Life is eternal. The journey is eternal. How beautiful. All right, guys. Thank you so much for joining. I hate saying no. All right, fine, Lynn. Fine, one quickie. I have a hard time disconnecting because I find this very exciting. It is my passion. It is my love. I love it. I love spiritual expression in the physical, knowledge through oracles, through just everything. All right, real quick, Lynn. Oh, let's put her there. All right, Lynn, what does Lynn need to hear? What's her life purpose right now? If any of you guys want a private, go to Temple of the Sun, inbox me, private message me. I have on Temple of the Sun under the About section, I have some sample readings, but obviously we can customize it. Spiritual guidance, coaching. What do you need to know now? I'm just the vehicle for you to speak to you. I'm not doing anything special other than being open and clearing my own shit. Options. So what we got for you, Lynn? 2 life purpose. Consider the career possibilities that are open to you. So right now you might be exploring and weighing out 2 different career options. Career doesn't even necessarily need to mean paycheck. It can mean where you want to put your energy. 2 different places where you want to place your energy. So you're weighing them out. So what they're saying is go within to find that middle balancing. So whenever we're also faced with relationship options, career options, moving options, Spirit just wants me to say that is the outer reflection, manifestation of an energy within yourself you're weighing, balancing. So in the past, we might go way one end, like, I'm just going to use this in the past. Religion, concrete religion has been swung on the pendulum way over here. And then all of a sudden we realized that wasn't working. It helped wake us up. Our intellect said, geez, I'm crow, that can't be true. Then what did we do? We swung way over here to strictly spiritual and kind of thought the physical was bad and had to disconnect it. Now what we're doing is we're bringing the pendulum right down our center, bringing the spiritual and physical together, balancing them, uniting them through our connection to our heart, and then shoot, creating the perfect balance of the spiritual and the physical. So whatever the career options are is actually reflecting an energetic rebalancing within yourself, it's so beautiful how life works. So if you're presented with two different opportunities or more paths, it is allowing you to go within, reflect, recalibrate maybe. Oh, I thought I should do this, but you know what? I really don't think that path is right for me anymore because your frequency has changed. So now it might be time for you to take a different path, Lynn. So it's about realigning your values, goals, truths, and energies to reflect the path, the career that you're going to take. So there's many open to you right now, and that's because you are open, and it's up to you to decide. It's the one that's going to be more exciting. It's going to feel a little freeing, liberating, and you might be a little bit anxious about it. Meaning anxious, you can define it as excitement on this new path, because why? It is unknown. The unknown is a little scary, but it's exciting because that is what you're being called to. Your spirit, your soul is calling you to the unknown. That's what we came here to create, not to keep living the same old, same old. And what do you got? Time to decide. Holy shit. So you must be at a real crossroads because you got two really decisive cards, weighing them out and the time to decide. Whatever it is in your present awareness of now, it's time for you to decide. Make a decision based on your heart's desires. So here we are, balancing the physical with the spiritual and weighing them out. And what's it called? Going to your heart space for your direction and your compass. Not weighing one pendulum, like being all up in the spiritual, because we're living the physical. So you got to bring that spiritual energy, bring it down into the physical. And how is that going to serve you to express? And it's going to align with the heart, because your heart came to the physical for a reason. So whatever it is you want to do, like a lot of spiritual workers will say, well, I just can't do, or I can't make money in the physical, because we are separating the two. Now it's time to bring the two together, and it's going to work because you're more balanced. It's balancing the two, balancing both, respecting the physical limitations with the spiritual energy. And how is it going to work for you? All right, Lynn. Awesome. All right, guys. And if it's not a career, Lynn, it's just something in your real world, your physical world, that you're deciding. Something on the physical. All right, guys. Thank you for joining. Thank you for sharing your light. Thank you, Rhonda, for being here. Thank you so much. And geez, just take what resonates, even if it's one tiny little thing. Sometimes you might have. Sometimes things aren't as big and grandiose. Like I always like to enter the big and grandiose and the higher or deeper meaning of things. But sometimes when you get the mountain card, maybe it's just affirming you were thinking of taking a hike this weekend, and it's just saying, yeah, go to the mountains. So sometimes it can be very surfacey, or sometimes it can be deeper, but the surface, oh, here we go again, the paradox. The surface always connects to the deeper. It's whatever's before you now that you're being called to act upon will connect the rays in all directions and all pathways of yourself, guys. All right, guys, may you all shine with the entirety of all the love and light that you are.